right now there is something inside of you that's saying, I don't want to make this decision. I'm not sure about it. I'm uncertain. Something inside of you is saying this to yourself. You're getting really anxious. You're getting really scared. You're very nervous. You're talking to yourself all the time about it, asking everybody their opinion, and you're sitting with this. You may even be saying, you know what, I know that this is not exactly what I want, but you're going to go do it anyway. And afterwards, then you say to yourself, why did I do that? I should have listened to myself. I told myself I wasn't sure. I was telling everybody I'm not so sure. I was having all these feelings in my body that were saying something isn't quite right. And I did it anyway. And I just want to say to you that, you know what? It's okay that you've done this. And you're going to do it again. We all do it. It's a pattern of not listening to our own intuition. And what's this got to do with divorce? Because this is my vlog, Lisa Talks Divorce. It has everything to do with divorce. Because I know that there are many, many, many of you right now in your life at this very moment that are thinking, I might want to get out. I'm thinking, I want to leave. And you're also saying, I'm not sure. I don't know if I can do this. And you're on a seesaw, you're going back and forth. And you might not even be talking to anybody about it, but you're having a lot of these feelings inside of you saying, this isn't right. I've tried so many things in my life now to try to figure this all out. And I'm at the point now where I think I'm going to take the plunge. I think I'm going to leave. And yeah, I know what that one feels like, and it is an extremely difficult decision to make. But it's listening to your intuition. A lot of us do not know even how to listen to our intuition. There's a lot of us that are just going through life, going through the motions. We're like sheep following everyone else, or like robots, and just going and going and going and going, and not having an ounce of the awareness that, you know what, I can make a decision for myself. I don't like this. This is the status quo. I'm going to do something different. Could be the marriage, like I'm saying, because I am Lisa McCallum. I am talking about divorce for the most part with all of my vlogs. But in any decision that you want to make, are you listening to yourself, and are you saying, yeah, this is something that's right for me? Or are you saying yes to suit everybody else, and you're not listening to yourself? I just want to say, you know what? It's okay to say no. It's okay to not do the status quo. It's okay to just be yourself, be true to yourself. As in my last vlog, it's listening to yourself, being true to yourself, knowing exactly what it is that you want. And I know you're saying, well, how do I know exactly what I want? And sometimes myself, yeah, how do I know exactly what I want? And that is getting into a very, very deep awareness of what your body is telling you. Because when something just feels right for you, it's just a really, really great feeling. It's a complete body, yes, this is what I want. And that's what's true to yourself. It's listening to that. It's when we have these feelings of reservation, and not just reservation. Reservation can be okay because we're questioning things. But the feelings of where your stomach is acting up, you're full of anxiety, you're very anxious, and you're just kind of, I just don't know, you're sitting on the fence for a very long time. Those are probably a really good indication that this might not be the best decision. And like I said, let's go back to making these decisions that we make, because we all do. And there can be so many wonderful things that come from them. Like I said before in my previous vlog, we marry people, we make children, and those are the greatest gifts that are out there. Absolutely, no doubt about it. Not mistakes, no way. I think we can learn from every decision that we make and look at the good stuff that's come from it, be thankful for it, but move on and start now listening. It's a muscle that needs to be developed in us. Some of us, it's starting to happen. Others of us, it's not happening, and some, like I said, it will never happen ever. But it's all of a sudden, it does start happening to you, where you're saying, you know what, things could be better in my life. And why not make them better? Because you know what, we only get this one time around for ourselves. So what is it? What is that nagging feeling that's coming up inside of you right now, where you're saying, you know what, I want to make a different decision. I want to go down a different path. I'm scared. This is unfamiliar territory. I'm not sure about this, but I'm going to go for it anyway, because you're listening to those feelings inside of yourself that's saying, I'm not liking where I'm at right now. I'm not liking it at all. These can be really, really big decisions. Like I said, getting out of a marriage, getting out of a job. I'm going to get my ass in shape once and for all. These are really, really big decisions to make for yourself. And I want to say, listen to your intuition. It's lots of little voices. It's messages that are coming around. Take your time and listen to these. Listen to your body when it says, yeah, I want that. And I'll give you a couple of really fun examples, okay? So there's a fabulous ice cream shop here in Calgary called Made by Marcus. And I've been to the location that's down on 17th Avenue. They are the only location that I'm aware of anyway that makes the sundae. And it's homemade ice cream made here in Calgary. It's got the most incredible ingredients, and it's out of this world. It's just divine, every one of those sundaes. But there was another location that's a little bit closer to where I live. And I thought, well, let's go down there and have a sundae. So we drive down, and there's a big lineup out the door. And I'm thinking, well, it's not as big as the lineup that you get on 17th Avenue, and it's worth it, the lineup. But we find out, because my daughter went in there and was looking up to see if the sundaes were there, and they don't have them. She came back out to the car and she said, Mom, they don't have the sundaes. And I said, well, do you want to get in line? They've got a lot of other amazing ice cream. We could get something else there. And she looked at me and she said, you want the sundae, Mom, don't you? And I said, yes, I do want that sundae. And she said, well, then it's a no. And I said, you're right. Why are we going to spend all night waiting in line here? Yes, for another delicious ice cream, but not exactly what you want. And I know this is a fun example, but it's a great example to be asking yourself. What are you willing to just be patient about? And are you willing to listen to yourself, your own self-talk, and what that is? And I want to say, I've already promoted this week on my LinkedIn, all my social media, and I'm promoting it tonight, that this book that I'm going to show you right now, I've talked about it several times, is a great book and wonderful exercises to get that muscle working again, that intuition muscle again. And that's this book right here, The Magic Book of Tidying Up by Marie Kondo. I know it's got, she has a very hot show on Netflix right now, I believe, and it's going really, really well. But it's in the reading of this and doing the exercises, like she says, that helps guide you to know what it is that's very true to yourself and what brings you joy. And I can give you some great examples. She goes through clothes first, then she goes through all your paperwork, And the next thing that she has is all of the mementos in your home. And then the last thing that she goes through to give you exercises for is all of your pictures. And I know you're thinking, oh my God, I can't imagine going through all of my pictures in my home and getting rid of those. No, you can't. And it's an extremely difficult thing to do. I've done all of it. That's why you start with the clothes first. And it's holding each item in your home and asking yourself, does this bring me joy? Does it serve a purpose? And if it doesn't, get rid of it. Doesn't mean you have to throw it out. You can definitely, throw it in the garbage, donate it, sell it. I've sold a ton of shit. Unbelievable stuff that you wouldn't think anyone would buy. And I think that is my intuition when I think, who is going to buy this piece of shit that I have? That is when I put it on Marketplace on Facebook and I sell it right away. Someone wants it. It's happened to me over and over and over again. I could probably sell you a dead horse. I don't really know, but yeah. So anyways, to move along with this is a great book to get that exercise happening for you and developing how you can listen to your intuition. Because if you can go through your closet and all of your clothes and hold each piece of clothing and know for yourself, I love this piece. It doesn't matter if it's 20 years old. It's not about getting rid of stuff from a long time ago. It's about keeping the things that bring you joy. And I can say that after you go through the clothing, you develop an incredible muscle for yourself to go through all of the other steps involved in your home, where your whole entire home is full of everything that you enjoy. And yes, going through divorce, having to separate everything from the beginning, and several years later, still having a lot of the things that were in my matrimonial home, my engagement ring, all kinds of different things, where I had to ask myself, are these bringing me joy? Do they still serve a purpose? Absolutely not. It's time to let them go. So I suggest get a hold of the book, start going through it, because it is a great way, like I said, for you to develop the muscle of letting go and knowing in your heart, in your soul, in your body, in everything that you are, what is really bringing you joy in your life, and then having that. Have an incredible evening, and if you want to listen to more of listening to your intuition regarding divorce and separating and moving on in your life, I have it in my course, which is on my website, lisatalksdivorce.com. It's one of the 5 top lessons that I've come up with in many, many, many things that I've done in my life since my divorce, through different courses, writing my own book, you name it. Oh yeah, and here's another thing I just thought of right now. You know, it's okay to say no to stuff. I have said no to 2 major publishers because you know what? They did not sit right with me. It didn't feel right. I didn't feel that these people were able to show up exactly the way that I would like for someone to be interested in me and interested in what I have to say and in my book. And so I have said no. So just because a publisher comes along doesn't mean you got to say yes. I've also said no to 2 major women's groups throughout Calgary and one in North America. Very influential women. And I thought that this would be an incredible opportunity for me. Both these opportunities to get myself out there and into the public eye. But no, they don't sit right with me. And those are the reasons that I have for myself. I have to listen to myself, know what's going on in my gut. If I'm feeling depleted, exhausted, what else? Anxious. Those are 3 great feelings. If I feel like that coming away from something, it's a no for me. So that might be a no for you. Anyways, get a hold of the book, take a look at my course, and have an incredible day and an evening, and listen to your intuition. All right.